Let's talk about opinions. Everybody has an opinion on you and who you are and what you should be doing, who you should be. But what's your opinion of yourself? What do you want? What do you want to do? You have to hold that opinion of yourself highly and literally in your heart space and allow nobody to budge that. Because people will have ideas about you, and sometimes it's based on the reflection of what's going on inside of them. So they're looking at you, for instance, you grew up with some people, and those people that you grew with are seeing you growing. And through that growth, you may change the way you speak because your vocabulary has expanded. You're changing the way you dress because you've realized that you wasn't truly expressing yourself how you wanted to. The way you have your hair is completely different. The way you do your makeup, all of that begins to change. And then those people feel uncomfortable with that because they don't even know that version of you. And at the same time, they don't want that version of you to leave them. The version that they know. They don't want the version they know to leave them. But that version they know is literally evolving. And it should be. You should be growing every single day. So people's opinion of you is going to be based on who it is that they are and the level of their lives that they're at. Because sometimes they're looking at you thinking, oh, you think you're too nice now. Oh, you think you're sick, don't you? Oh, you are this and you are that. But it's just coming from somewhere inside of their own selves because you're making them feel uncomfortable. Why is this? Because you're growing, you're flourishing, you're expanding, you're living, you're having all these beautiful experiences, you're meeting these new people, and they're in the same space. They don't know how to actually get that forward movement. And sometimes they don't actually want to. So instead of asking you, oh, can you actually help me with this? How did you do that? What was your method? They will open up the wounds that are within the traumatic spaces, and these wounds become infected, inflamed, and they start spitting all that vicious and vile venom that comes out of these wounds through the words and the actions that they begin to speak towards you, about you, and they don't even understand what they're actually doing. They don't understand where it's coming from. Oh, I feel like I'm losing you. You're just losing a version of me that I've also lost, but I've also evolved from. Because that version of me, yes, that was me, but I need to actually be this version now. Because if I am doing all the self-development, personal development that I'm supposed to be doing, then I'm supposed to be growing. I'm not supposed to stay the same version of me. Does that mean that you let go of the past people? Well, no, you don't have to let go of those past people. You can still vibes with them, you can still chill with them, but you have to understand that some of them are going to be a detriment to your own growth because they don't want to see you grow. And once you make them feel uncomfortable, they're in a space where it's like, yo, I'm familiar with this, I'm unfamiliar with this. I don't understand what's going on inside myself. So like I said, those wounds begin to literally flick out this venom, and their actions begin to change towards you, and their behavior begins to change towards you because there's a transformation going on inside of them. You've triggered that through the growth that you're having in your life. But guess what? Their opinion don't even matter about you. It's your opinion that matters. Fuck their opinion. Straight like that. It's your opinion that matters. Because if you're seeing yourself in such a beautiful light and you're observing yourself the way that you should be, you're going to grow from that. The frequency that you are emitting from that is going to be so vibrant. You're going to be attracting all the things that you actually want and all the things that you need and the lifestyle that it is that you want to create. Because your opinion of yourself really does matter. Their opinion of you doesn't actually matter like that. It doesn't. Because if you allow that opinion to grab you in, then you end up being in a frequency that they're in, and you end up getting roped into their vortex, and it's not serving you. You get roped into confusion, you get roped into depression, you get roped into anxiety, and all of these different frames of mind and these different entities begin to actually feed off of all of that energy that you're giving them. because you decided to actually veer off on that path of, oh my gosh, but what if everyone's thinking XYZ? Why do you care? What you think is what really and truly matters. So when you're growing, you'll lose people. When you're growing, people will look at you like you think you're too nice. But guess what? Your opinion is what matters. Your opinion is what shapes your life. Remember that.